So is she more calculating, Larry, than we thought, or was she the unwitting victim of these manipulators?
She was lonely. They took advantage of her. She's no mastermind. She could have been anybody in that prison, but these guys were working with her. They moved in on her. They got into her confidence, became her friend. Hell, she was sleeping with them as far as we know.
And there may have been information exchange where she, they kept using that to manipulate her, perhaps. Like maybe she knows something that they have on her.
You find out things about staff. You work with them long enough. You could profile. I used to profile the staff to know how I can manipulate them.
Did you?
Oh, absolutely.
What'd you get?
I mean, extra phone calls, extra food, just stuff. You know, I used to walk around one institution. I'd make a circuit, find out information, and exchange that with the staff at the end of the day. So I was kind of like running things to a certain degree.
Wow. We have audience questions. Go right ahead, ma'am.
I just wonder if she was really feeding her ego. Did she really want a captive audience? Is that something that she really needed?
I think that's what a lot of these women like, is the danger with captivity. Larry, you say yes.
Absolutely. Okay, on the outside, let's face it, Drew, would anybody really give her a second look?
Ouch.
But inside
Vanessa
prison,
says no.
Behind the wall, she's the princess.
Yeah.
Oh, you look beautiful today. That's a nice sweater that you're wearing. I mean,
how do you think they got her, if indeed it's the case they got her to want to kill her husband, and how do you think they got her to that point?
I don't even believe that. I think the news media and the feds and everyone have it all wrong. This lady has changed her story. First, well, they threatened to kill him. Then all of a sudden it turned into a contract kill. I don't really believe a word she has said, other than the fact that, yes, she did help them.
So it's back to Karamo's idea that she's kind of involved more than just an unwitting dupe. Other questions? Go ahead.
Yes, I honestly don't understand how a woman can really overlook someone's criminal activity.
Well, you heard Anna. She was happy to overlook it and sort of
there's many layers of criminal activity.
Yeah.
I mean, more than happy to forgive a guy who served his time, on his 5th drug charge. But if you're dismembering bodies, like, that's, what are you going to do? It's pretty hard to overlook that,
And yet the guys that are terrible killers that have been famous are the ones that we hear about having women line up. What is the matter with you guys?
Me? You don't see me on those websites trying to get,
No, I don't see you, but I know you're there.
Men are gross. Men are gross, Drew, but you have to admit, at least we're shallow enough to draw, we draw an even line. If you're attractive women, it doesn't matter what you do, the reprehensible things you may have done. If you're the president of the United States, all that matters is what you look like in the eyes of shallow men.
I'm more shocked that people still pick up the pen and write these guys. Like, people are really writing letters to these people. That's shocking to me.
And was there something behind that psychologically?
Yeah, I think that's really pathetic, but I think it's also that these people also have a trauma history. I'm going to throw it out there because they are a good victim. She made a good victim. She wasn't the only female working there.